Hello, everyone. My name is Raquel. I am the owner of the Rock Agency. I'd like to start out by telling you a little bit about myself so that you know where my information is coming from. I've been in the entertainment industry for well over 30 years. I started out as a model. I modeled in Asia, in New York, and of course the Midwest market. I did lots of runway because that was absolutely the best way to get a boost in your self-esteem. I really enjoyed it. And in general, there is a little bit of this industry that pulls everyone in that direction who has a love of that feeling of of wanting to be seen. And I want to say straight out, own it. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as what you're doing is used to create something that people are learning from, are benefiting from in general. So that's usually the most successful way to utilize that feeling. And those are the people that can really succeed in this market in general. So I paid for my college was with the money that I earned doing this type of work, runway work, print work, acting work. And by the time that I was ready to graduate, I graduated from the UW with a degree in marketing and management. I knew that I absolutely loved this business and I wanted to be on the other side of it, the other side of the desk, so to speak. So to make a long story short, I changed sides and I am now the proud owner of this agency. And we represent about 400 models and actors. We have 6 bookers who work between an office in Madison and an office in Chicago. The bookers help the models or the talent book print work and runway work and industrial videos and voiceovers. We represent all ages, all sizes, all sorts of talent, including hairstylists and makeup artists and wardrobe stylists and photographers and singers and dancers. Me personally, I spend a majority of my time managing a group of people who are triple or quadruple threats, we call them. This means that they are people that can do everything in the entertainment industry. They sing, they dance, they act, and they can model. And I negotiate contracts for these clients, both for jobs where they're working with a brand, and also contracts that allow them to spend time in major markets. So modeling in Milan and Paris and London and Barcelona and Greece and Tokyo and Miami, you know, and then for the actors, obviously, spending time in New York and LA is often important, and sometimes London. So anywhere and everywhere. I love my job. I love my job. It allows me to work with all kinds of people and it allows me to travel. And that's, you know, my other passion beyond this industry in general. So enough about me. I am here to give a little bit of insight into how does someone get into this industry and how do they succeed? Because I think you guys or someone asked for me to come and join this lovely situation. I'm sad I can't be there in person, so I have to create this silly video. But first things first. So as far as getting involved in this industry, no one is probably going to discover you at McDonald's and make you a star overnight, like the media tends to say. It's usually just the media being dramatic and making for a good story when you hear things like that. The way that a majority of the human race decides to get into this is nothing about just eating a Big Mac at McDonald's. It's preparation. And the most important type of preparation a lot of people don't talk about when we're talking about the entertainment industry. The first thing that I tend to make sure that everybody understands within this industry for people who want to get in this industry is that it's a business. I mean, obviously it's a business, but a model or an actor or a singer or a dancer or a quadruple threat in general, they're literally their own business. So the first step to getting involved is creating a business and putting that business together legally and putting all of the information that's needed in that is a skill set that people need to have. So study up, make sure you understand business, make sure that you understand the taxes involved and the ramifications and the expenses, because it is going to be a big part of your life if you're in this industry. And you will not be able to afford an accountant first. You will have to do it on your own to start, because you're not going to be rich overnight. The other most important thing that people don't necessarily think about is the marketing aspect. I think I said earlier that my degrees at the UW were marketing and management, and those two are vital. Those two sets of skills, knowing about those things, are vital in this industry. And they're vital not only for the agent that's managing, but they're also vital for the talent to understand and to know. The marketing side of it comes into play because you, as the talent that's going to be pulled into whatever it is you're hired for, it's your job to be able to, first of all, create what needs to be created by that brand. And second of all, before you get the job, it's your job to sell yourself with the help of your agent, but to sell yourself to that client. And as a model or an actor or a singer or a dancer, 95% of the time you are auditioning for a one-off, a one-time job, or a job that's not necessarily going to last forever. So you're always auditioning, you're always interviewing, you're always having to set yourself up with the perfect marketing materials to sell yourself with your skill sets in the right style to each particular brand that you're trying to sell yourself to. Obviously, your agency is going to help you with this, but those skills are number one in the important need to be able to be successful in this industry in general. And the rest of it, you all probably already understand. If you're going to be in the industry, you really need to have the ability to move on camera, to be photogenic, to understand the concept of photo movement and of makeup and of hair and of wardrobe. Boys too. You all need to be able to do your own, because you're not always going to have someone on set and doing them. And you have to do your own for the audition. So you need to have that savvy prior to even getting the job. And for the acting, that's another given. The acting classes that an actor takes to get them prepared for their first audition are nothing in comparison to the lifetime of learning that actors do. Even the top actors that you know are already winning awards, and you see them in all these shows and you know them, they're famous. They are constantly studying, they're constantly learning, they tend to say that they're keeping that muscle going, because the acting muscle is a muscle that needs to be constantly worked and flexed and kept in shape. And it's an ongoing fight. It's an ongoing learning curve. Beyond that, for the acting side of it, I will say that every skill set that an actor has gives him the ability, or her the ability, to be hired more often. You think about the movies that are out there, someone might need to ride a horse, someone might need to sing one song, they might need to dance, they might need to do whatever, ski, whatever the skill set. So the broader your range of skills, the more likely you are going to be successful in this industry, because you fit the part. That goes for the modeling industry as well as the acting industry. So a broad skill set in everything in the world is a brilliant thing and kind of a fun thing to do. So that's part of what makes this industry really exciting. So the skill set in general, like I said, you guys all kind of understand that concept. That is what you will need to start. So obviously everyone's first move when they want to get into this industry is to submit themselves to an agency, because an agency is what's going to take you to that next level and get you in front of the right clients to be booked and start making the money that you want to make, and be on TV and all of that sort of stuff. And knowing that the business savvy, the marketing savvy, and the skill sets that are required for those things, knowing that those are the things you need, think about that when you're submitting. So every single agency that is out there in the world, we're always looking for new actors. Someone's always aging out. Someone's always looking for, someone's moving across the country. So we need someone to fill this spot. We want every look, every size, every skill set, everything we can possibly have. And someone submitting to us who can do more things, who already understands the business and has the business together, who gets the concept of marketing themselves to all these different styles of clients. A person that comes to an agency with all of those marketing tools and all of that knowledge is going to be the person that's noticed and probably picked up more quickly. So I hope that sort of helps with the concept of this industry and how to get started and how to keep it going. To keep it going beyond all that, honestly, it's a good, solid, always putting work into it. I tend to tell my actors that, and my models, my talent. I like to call it just my talent because I don't want to put them into one pocket, but I want them to literally every single week put an hour at least into a skill set, whether it be working on your acting or taking some more pictures or practicing your photo movement or reaching out to a client or whatever it possibly could be. At least an hour of putting work into it every single week so that you are putting energy into your skill set and you're learning and you're growing and you're giving us, your agent, the ability to reach out to clients and tell them what's new and what's exciting and something else that we can sell you with. That concept is, I don't think a lot about what people think about it. And I hope that you take away from this the work that's involved. I mean, it's very fun once you look at it from the outside and you're in a movie and you're touring around and having the paparazzi follow you and you're making lots of money. But the biggest part that the world doesn't necessarily see is the back end. And there's a lot of work involved in that back end. There's a lot of work involved in making certain that the business is put together and run correctly, that you understand the marketing and how it works, and you've put together all the marketing tools, the pictures, the videos, the demo reels, the skill set of, being able to change your look to fit whatever style the audition for the day is. All of those things are the important part. And if you can focus on those things, that is the thing that is going to make or break you in this industry. It's going to get you the best agency. It's going to help you get the best jobs, and it's going to keep you successful in the industry in general. So I hope that helps. I hope that gives you guys some sort of insight into, the best way to succeed in this industry and to make it work. And if you guys have any questions, I am easily actually found. Our website is www, obviously, therockagency.com, and there's a contact page. And my name, again, is Raquel Repka. So my email address is on there. You can submit online if you're interested in being seen by our agents. And you're welcome to email me if you have any questions. Beyond this, I'm always happy to help people learn more about the industry. Thanks.